Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran. And me in the woods, people. It's where bears live, don't you know? And 7 out of 8 TikTok women would agree they'd rather see a bear in the woods than a man in the woods. It is YouTube's #1 show by a bear and your emotional support animal, people. Great to be back here with you. Thank God we're not playing Civilization 7. Holy macaroni, people. Hair has been pulled out. Oh my goodness, people. It's been quite an adventure if you haven't been watching along with Bear. Thinking his one of his favorite game series of all time, I figured, it might be a little woke. Let's have a little fun with it, play along with it. Oh my God, it's literally become unplayable. And I couldn't even. I just snapped. Literally snapped the last night. So that's what's happening. Henry says, "Hail, I'm making dinner." Well, Henry, you are apparently the #1 fan that Bear has. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying your dinner. Actually, I've got a food story coming up. So hang in here with us here, and we'll get to that. But first, believe it or not, people, believe it or not, I've actually got some campaign updates for you good people, if I can find where I need to go. So let's go ahead and jump straight on over to it. If you haven't already, link is down in the description for Gary Shipman's Mouse of Might, Miasma Volume 3. Go check it out, people, on Indiegogo. And also, if you happen to be out there, go check out Cyberfrog as well. Let's see. $827,222. And I was just trying to figure out, back on 2020. So he's coming up on the 4th. Coming up in 2 days. That would be 2 years since he launched that campaign. Just so you're aware out there. And also, from one bear to another, that would be the Art T Bear. Black and White Volume 3. Sins of the Father, people. Go check that out as well. Good stuff from Art T Bear. If you haven't checked it out already, I did a review of Black and White #2, if you want to go check that out on, what was it? Shades of Grey, the Barely Live show, if you want to go check that out. So let me bring us into, finally here, I'm going to have P-Money here. If you got here earlier, P-Money, you might have been #1, but Henry stole it from you. At least until Amy gets here. We've got a Fiendish update, people. She says, "Hello, everyone, and I hope you're all having a great summer." It's hot. It's hot as you know what. I want to check out Black and White, but money is tight. Well, it's going to be in demand for a little bit, so just hang tight. Let me just go back to it. There it is. He just launched it this year, so it's going to be in demand for probably a little bit. I'll let you know, Henry, if it's going to be closing up anytime soon. If I hear anything, I will definitely let you know. But, I might have to do a campaign review on that one day. Just kind of Bear's picks, but, usually just get the 2 books and you should be good. Should be good out there. All right, where was I? Great summer. Yes, hot. As we near the July launch for Fiendish 3, Irene is going to be providing an update to everyone on our progress. So a lot more. So here it goes. I'm going to assume so here it goes. I present you a sneak peek at the Indiegogo exclusive trading card that you can get it for free by signing up for the launch over at Indiegogo. This card is the Master Shaman Frigi, illustrated by returning artist A.C. Zamuto. One thing you need in summer here in Florida is some AC for sure. It's going to be colored by Rene, and just like all previous trading cards for Fiendish, we'll have the Pathfinder mini character sheet on the back for you D&D fans out there. If you want to go get involved with that, away you go. So very I'm assuming that's a female. I assume that's a female. Important sign-up information. She's got 500 sign-ups already. Thanks, everybody out there, she says. But you got to enter your email into the Indiegogo sign-up. You want to get on that. Get on that and get your fancy card here. Hey, Amy. Oh man, she was just so late, and is now in number 2 place of top fans. Henry just took the top spot here tonight. So sign up below if you want to go check that out. Next here is a couple of colored pages, so we'll just scroll slowly through. I like the colors. I'm assuming this is at night. I mean, it's at night, so pretty good. You know, kind of one of the things, I was a little critical about Black and White. I thought that there was a lot of dialogue in there, and it kind of took away from the action. I can basically tell what's going on in this page just by looking at the action. I might not know the details, but I assume, okay, there goes the lion, tiger, whatever. It's running to meet, this fella here. And apparently there's some issues with that fella. He's angry at something. I don't know what, but he's angry at something and throwing his stick everywhere. Gosh dang it, people. So, yeah, I like how you can kind of follow along with that. Pretty cool. And it's also on GC Tunes. Not CG Tunes. GC Tunes. Apparently that is the mirror universe. So if you have that Global Comics and you want to go check that out, you can check it out here, people. Go check it out. There is Rene at Heroes Con. Heroes Con. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Amy, they're great heading off to work at the library. Oh, that's nice. Melissa rounds it out in the top 3 here, people. We got number 1, Henry. Right behind it is Amy Lester. And right on her heels is Melissa as well. Gate Comics. Yeah, Gate Comics, not Comicsgate. There you go. Anyway, she was at Heroes Con. Thank you for the success. We almost sold out of Fiendish books. You guys rock. See you at Florida SuperCon next month. That's where Bear lives, in Florida, for crying out loud. I have no idea where SuperCon is. I guess Orlando, maybe Miami. I have no idea. Probably shouldn't go, though. Probably, last time Bear went to a comic convention, bad stuff happened. Bad. The infamous Tampa Bay Comic-Con, people. Infamous Tampa Bay Comic-Con. I'll probably drop as I make food. Well, don't drop the food, Henry. Do not drop the food. I'm still not sure how this works. Me neither, Amy. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Everyone has a wrench but me. Well, I could take the wrench away from P Money. I could do that. Wait, the 3... Melissa has jumped over Amy. Has overtaken Amy in the lead at number 2, right on the heels of Henry. He might lose out when he goes to dinner. So watch out, Henry. Watch out. Melissa is here and ready to go. So you got to watch out. Watch out. I have no idea what the heck's happening here, but maybe they give you bonus points. Yeah, I don't know. I can't take all the wrenches. Can't take it. What would I would get the Russian bots just flooding back into Bear's channel. I always thank the Russian bots, but we keep them at arm's length here. That's why we need a couple wrenches out there. All I know is the system is against Canadians. That's true. We need to put a tariff on his wrench. That's because I'm an illegal immigrant in this chat. That's right. That's right. Crazy horse race. Keep at it, Amy. Keep at it. I don't know what the heck it is. Maybe it's the what is that? The little heart thing? What is that called? This thing. What is this called? I forget the name of it. Maybe you got to do that. Maybe Bear could be number 1 in his own chat. So yeah, there you go. You got to hit that more often, and maybe that just bumps it up. I have no idea, Amy. I have no idea. This might be something to look into, but Bear has Bear has no clue here. Anyways, there is Rainey at whatever con she was at, headed to SuperCon. So if that's where you're headed, check it out there. Check it out. Stop by, say hello, tell her Bear sent you. Tell her Bear sent you. And we've also got a very rare update here from go check out Fiendish 3. That would be your boy, Zach. Pardon me, Comics Matter. He's dropped your boy, Zach. Like that in like 4,000 videos. He completely revamped his channel. He's only got like 100 videos on there. So the old Zach is gone. It's bye-bye. It is put into the dustbin of history. Your boy Zach has just cleared his channel out. So all he's got left is Ironside 3. I sent to the printer. Update your address, people. Make sure you update your address. The ever brief, your boy. He says, hi, everyone. Ironsights 3 is being sent to the printer. Last chance to update your address. Thanks. And that's from Richard. Richard C. Meyer, people. There we go. There we go. Good luck, Bear. Well, I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Maybe if you're a wrench, it like knocks you. Maybe that's why Henry is at the top, because he's just a regular good old-fashioned commenter rather than a wrench. So, I don't know. I don't know. Next, we walk across the room as fast as we can, carrying an egg in the spoon. Yeah, there you go. Wow. Good luck. Good luck with that. I don't know who I would root for more, Amy or Melissa. That's got to be a tough one. Well, I guess I've got to root for Melissa since she's number 2 already here. My number 2 fan. I always assumed everybody was a good fan of Bear, but now we're getting ranked in the chat here. This is interesting. This was interesting. Henry was first. Henry was first. I was his. And I was first. All right, let me get to it here, people, because we've got. Well, actually, hold on. Hold the phone here. I almost forgot. P-Money, I almost forgot. Almost here. But it is that time. It's that time, people. We finally made it to that time. I believe P-Money looks forward to this just about every month. So here we are. We're a little bit late. We're a little bit late here, July 2nd here, but this is the first show that Bear had barely live. So let us do as we always do here at the Great Channel. We shall. Hold on. Let me bring you good people into this. Because we have the very, very much in demand. That's right. Where is P-Money? There we go. The day after Canada Day, too. That's right, P-Money. That's right. We left off the last time. So let's get back right into it, people. That would be our fashion show experience extravaganza, people. That's right. The Jeff Bezos and what's her name? Floozy Breast out there. They got married just this last weekend, and all of the celebrities were out. So we did not get to do this the last time, so we are going to jump straight on into it this time. Oh boy. So soon after Canadian Day, too. So soon. Boy, oh boy. I did get him. I got him good. Thumbs down. All right. Yeah. We got. A little twist of the old knife, people. Twist of the old knife. No, we sort of did a fashion show the last time. I was holding off to doing a fashion show tonight, but we got plenty to talk about. So let's get right on into it here for our national months of, people. It is July, and we do, as we do every month here on the channel, we let you good people know what the heck to celebrate this July, people. So let's get right on into it. That'd be the National Day Calendar. July months. Here we go. Who can never tell with these things? I got him. It's always good. National Fragile X Awareness Month, people. I hope you're aware of Fragile X, because I have no idea what the heck that is. It sounds like a rap group, or maybe like a prequel to the X-Men or something like that. I have no idea. None whatsoever. National Hemp Month, people. National Hemp Month, if you know what I mean. A National Contract Sewing Month. I have no idea what... I guess you're on contract for sewings? Is it fragile? I would assume so, Amy, if it's got fragile and X and awareness in the title. I have no idea. No idea. Diddy Rex. Yeah, Diddy got off, mostly, with all of the charges against him. Yes, neat. Well, we'll get to the Jurassic Park here in just a minute. I need to get through this. Thank you, Gamer. Thank you so much. National Anti-Boredom Month, people. That's what you got Bear here for. As a professional show, making sure you're not bored this month. I mean, the other months you could be bored out of your mind, but not this month, people. Not at all. No sewing is a hobby, apparently. No sewing, apparently. Would you believe? And don't throw that kid on the grill. It's National Grilling Month. National Grilling Month. I assume he's trying to help out. Don't burn those burgers, kid. Whatever you do, don't burn those burgers. For crying out loud, your dad is... Wait a minute, they're not burgers? What the heck are they? What the heck is going on here, man? I have no idea what they're cooking. None whatsoever. It's a good hobby, says Amy. Okay, all right. Watercolor... World Watercolor Month, people. That didn't come out right. World Watercolor Month, people. Go check it out if you want to make some watercolors. But you can only do it this month, people. Only this month. National Peach Month, people. Take your peaches on your National Picnic Month, along with your National Blueberries. Go ahead and get it taken care of. Ooh, that looks good, people. That looks good. Some ribs. Some watermelon. I see some corn back there. Pie. You gotta have pie. Wait a minute. Where are the peaches and blueberries? Oh, for crying out loud. They couldn't even get that in the picture. Next month, watercolor goes away and you're back to acrylic. There you go. I can grill at a picnic this month, says P1. You can. Independent Retailer Month. What is she selling? Is she selling hair? What is she selling? I have no idea what she's selling. Here you go, ma'am. Here's your hair. Oh, thank you. I've been needing some. Quite a lot of hair. National Ice Cream Month, people. Enjoy your ice cream. National... Good God, what the heck is going on there? Oh my God, don't sell hair. Do not sell your hair unless you're an independent retailer. People, you know Bear's opinion. Bear has very, very strong opinions on hot dogs. And good Lord, man, what the heck is going on here? I have no idea. First off, ketchup. That's a big no-no whatsoever. And then, like, what? There's more toppings than there are there's hardly any hot dog in this. Hardly any hot dog. Is that a hot dog, ask Amy? I guess it qualifies in some district somewhere as a hot dog, apparently, but not where Bear lives. That's in the woods, people. Is it grilled? Did they add peaches? It's hard to tell. There probably is some peaches in there somewhere. Probably is some peaches somewhere. And maybe blueberries as well. Put it on top of an ice cream cone. Enjoy it at a picnic. You can also put some horseradish on your hot dog this month. Because it's National Horseradish Month, people. National Culinary Arts Month, people. Look at those nice little culinary creations that they have. What is that? Looks like a little tiny tomato with some stuffing, I guess. It looks like bunny rabbit ears. I don't know what that is in the center. I have no idea whatsoever. National Cell Phone Courtesy Month. we're going to get into Jurassic Park here in just a second. But yeah, make sure you are not talking on the phone at your next Jurassic Park viewing, people, because that would be wrong. At least this month. You could have done it last month and you would have been fine. Next month, go right for it. But not this month. Not this month at all. They're having a nice little chat there, those two. Having a nice little chat. The one girl, she's just like, I don't even know you anymore. I don't even care. Sha. Everyone be nice to your cell phone. Try. Please try and be nice. And finally, people, National Baked Bean Months. So make sure when you go to the theater, just hang up your cell phone. Enjoy just a nice big old bowl of baked beans. Maybe have that with your culinary and your horseradish, hot dog, whatever the hell is going on there. Some ice cream. Make sure you pick up some hair in the lobby. Add some blueberry and some peaches to your picnic. Maybe some watercolors out there. Help your kids grill, people. They will not be bored if you help them grill. And if you need a little bit of extra money on the side to go see the next Jurassic Park movie, you can maybe take up a contract sewing. With a little bit of hemp on the side, that'll help out. Then you'll finally figure out what the heck Fragile X Awareness Month is, people. We have no idea. I'm not even going to look it up. But it's something. It's got a ribbon, so it's got to be important, people. None of these others have a ribbon, so you got to know if it's a ribbon, it's important. Okay, this is my favorite one of the year so far. Just because it's got hot dogs in there, probably. Hot dogs, baked beans, ice cream, grilling. Yeah, not bad. Some hemp on the side, sure. You are definitely not bored at all, people. Not bored at all. All right, let me find here for 1 second, because we got some big news here. Literally and figuratively. Because one of the I'd say probably top 3 movies coming out this summer. Jurassic Park, I would say Fantastic Four, and Superman. So we're kind of keeping an eye on all 3 of those. Everybody was kind of stepping on Jurassic World. I was like, hang on just a second. Hang on, Jurassic Park, it ain't dead. They went, they found some of the, great Jurassic Park DNA trapped in a mosquito in the amber, preserved back from 1993. Decided to bring it out of hibernation and clone it and make another movie. And I was like, that might not be a bad movie. Might do pretty well. Might even give old Superman a run for its money here, people. From Deadline, and Anthony D'Alessandro and Nancy Tortillone. Jurassic Park, Jurassic, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to call it Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park Rebirth. Why they called it Jurassic World, I have no idea. Jurassic Park Rebirth. About to get loud with people. Can you believe this? $260 million. I mean, it's the global opening. And they're doing a little bit of shenanigans. They're counting it as 5 days over the 3-day usually, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. Which, by the way, I'll show the, here's the poster for it right there. It's Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, whatever, Rebirth, all the time until DC Studios Superman opens next week. And ahead of the rumbling starts offshore today in Hong Kong. Tomorrow, so actually today, this is a day old here, so it actually opened today in the US, UK, China, Germany, Korea, Spain, and Italy. Take that, France. And the global outlook by Sunday is being $260 million. Broken out, they're seeing 130 plus abroad. They're dropping into Australia, Brazil, Mexico, Netherlands on Thursday, on Friday. Then they finally head to France and India. 82 markets overseas, with Japan joining in August. Why would they join in August? I would say Japan, well, probably China, but Japan would probably be one of the bigger markets. You would figure. The Universal and Amblin theatrical release will hit stateside tomorrow. Not tonight. No, tonight, because it's a day old. At 4,000 theaters before upping to 4,300 on Friday. So, pretty cool. Ooh, I get IMAX. I get to see Scarlet J parts in IMAX. Yeah, I'll show a couple pictures here. Let's do that. There we go. There's a lovely Scarlet Johansson here. It's been a pretty good few weeks at the theatrical box office. Yeah, it has. Not bad at all. The opening, not the budget. Let's read a little bit more into it, Amy, and I'll see if I can find the budget here for you, okay? I would guess... Actually, you know what? It's Garth Edwards, and he did really well. I don't know if many people saw... I didn't see it, but the creator. He came out with that movie... not Denzel Washington. What's his son's name? I'm trying to remember his son's name. Gosh. I don't come to bear. I forget. He was in Tenet and a couple other things. So they had like this really big budget kind of sci-fi movie, and it was supposed to be like a $300 million movie, and they just like, no, we can't afford to do that. So he ended up making it for like $70 or $80 million or something like that. So Garth Edwards knows how to do visual effects and knows how to keep it in budget. So I wouldn't imagine it would be super duper high out there. Let's see. The studio doesn't really believe in previews on discounts Tuesday and is generally launched hard on Wednesday. The 5-day forecast is $120 to $130 million. I'm assuming that's stateside. Universal is taking a majority of the screens away from Apple original films. And Warner Brothers F1, we talked about that last week, and they're doing really well. Which will hold on to its IMAX gas for what's hoped to be a $28 million second 3-day or better. So they're confusing a couple of things here. The 120 to 130 forecast that they're saying is a 5-day. So what they just went through with F1 was a 3-day. So let's see. I would say maybe take out maybe a quarter to a third of that. So let's just say $90 million over a 3-day. If you're trying to compare apples to apples, if you're trying to compare 3-day to 3-day, I would assume that would be a kind of a close. Everybody kind of comes in and says, oh, 120, $130 million. Holy cow. Yeah, well, it's over 5 days. Over John David Washington. Thank you, P-Money. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I remembered it was like a two-name first name, but yeah, there you go. Or two-part, I guess you'd say. We always have to asterisk the fact, this is deadline here, the fact that movie going can ratchet down due to barbecues. It is National Barbecue Month. Beach, swimming pool, and fireworks on the 4th of July holiday. So they're saying maybe Friday might be a little bit lower. And because the 4th is actually on a Friday, that might impact it somehow. A lot of people go to the theater on Friday, so there might be some interaction. I would say probably it would get front-loaded to Thursday. I bet you it would get front-loaded into... Did I say... Did I miss that? Did I mix that up? 1 second here, people. Pardon me. Yeah, generally launched on Wednesday. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay. I'm going to drop Have a Great Night, says number one Henry Thune out there. Appreciate you so much, Henry, for hanging in. I always enjoy your number one fanship, sir. Do appreciate it. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner. All right, let's see. Universal has owned the July 4th stretch for the most part. Except for 2023 when Disney, boy, Disney came out and had Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. How did that do, Disney? How did that do? Post Wu Flu Independence Day number one's openings wins for Universal includes 2021's F9. That's the one I was trying to think of the other day. $70 million over 3 days. Minions: The Rise of Gru, $123 million over 4 days. And last year's Despicable Me for $122 million over 5 days. So they're not really comparing apples to apples there, but we kind of get an estimation. So 5 days, it would be right in there with Despicable Me 4, which did pretty good. Universal restarted the Steven Spielberg-born franchise in 2015 with Jurassic World under the direction watch of Colin Trevorrow. And with the new cast members of Chris Pratt, yay, and Bryce Dallas Howard, boo. That movie is still the biggest opening in the 32-year-old franchise at $525 million worldwide. Woo! And 208 domestic. I don't think we're going to see that, but I bet you it's going to do pretty good. I bet you their estimates are pretty close here. 2022's Jurassic World Dominion, despite grossing $1 billion, including $157 million from China, seems to run its course story-wise. That's why I don't like it called Jurassic World. Just call it Jurassic Park Rebirth, and boom, there you go. There you go. And let's see. Rotten Tomatoes critics fell to its lowest across the six-picture franchise at 29%. Lowest ever for a Jurassic movie was the Joe Johnston-directed, very forgettable Jurassic Park 3 with a B-. It was then decided that an injection of Viagra and testosterone was needed. Okay, for these prehistoric beasts. Enter returning scribe David Coep, who is a great screenwriter. He adapted the first two Michael Crichton penned novels, that'd be Jurassic Park 1 and Jurassic Park 2. Which, little known thing, Jurassic Park 2, they hadn't finished the book just yet. So, like, the first part of Jurassic Park 2 more or less aligns with the book, relatively speaking, and then it just completely goes in a different direction at the end because they hadn't finished the book. So in the book, there was no monsters not monsters, I guess they're monsters. They weren't no dinosaurs in San Diego, so they had a little bit of a difference there. It seems like they're going back to the second Lost World, the book. It seems like that's where this is kind of landing here, where they're going back to, what was it? Isla... It wasn't the main island. It wasn't the Jurassic Park island. It was like their breeding island that they had. So like if you think of it as like a zoo, you would have like all the places that everybody saw at the zoo, and then all the animals are all kind of behind the scenes where they're raising them and feeding them and that sort of deal. So it was kind of like a separate island, and it was kind of lost over time, and they kind of went back to it after, the first book, what was it? InGen, they went out of business after the first film, or first book, if Bear remembers correctly. So, they went back to the second island to go check it out. So I think they're kind of pulling a little bit of that DNA from that second book with this movie here. So we'll see. If Mission Impossible can do 8 movies, I suppose Jurassic Park can do 7. Well, they could do 8 if this one does pretty good. Let's see. Also, let's not forget, says Deadline, a director who knows something about large lizards and genre. That's Garth Edwards, who helmed 2014's Godzilla, which did just over $500 million, and the prequel Rogue One, Star Wars story, which did $1.5 billion. So, probably pretty close. This is probably going to be pretty close to where it's going to land, people. So I think they're going to be doing okay. They just go through the story here, and I'm just reading ahead here. I was trying to find the budget. Here. I just don't happen to see it here. So, I don't know, 150, maybe, 175. So, they should make back a good chunk of their budget early on. If they're saying 260, then yeah, they're definitely doing really well. So, I'm wondering here if Jurassic Park, whatever the hell, if it might be the better out of these three movies that we're looking at here. I wonder if, especially worldwide, I don't know about stateside, but I wonder about worldwide if Jurassic Park is going to have bigger legs, so to speak, than Superman or Fantastic Four. So that'll be interesting to see. We'll see Superman next weekend, and Fantastic Four, I forget when that comes out, but I think it's within 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. So boom, boom, boom. So Superman, you got a lot riding for you here. You got a big movie, and if this does really well the first weekend and people enjoy it, they're going to tell people and they're going to come back the second weekend. Or maybe they might not see it, this weekend because they're at the July 4th holiday or something like that. So they might go see it next weekend in lieu of Superman. So it'll be interesting. Interesting to see. I'm always a sucker for giant monster movies, so I'll definitely see this, says people. Yeah, I would probably recommend going to see it. I saw very briefly, Uncle E did not, he did a quick review of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, whatever the hell. I didn't listen to all of it, but I listened to part of it, and man, he just does not have a great track record reviewing movies. So I will hold off on judgment there. But yeah, it looks like it's got a lot of the great DNA from the first, at least the first movie, maybe the first two movies, and trying to capture some of that magic. I got a lot of faith in Garth Edwards here with what he's doing. So we'll see. We will definitely see. Did you see the live-action Train Your Dragon? No, I did not. Those are giant monsters of a time. Yeah, dragons are a giant monster. That is true, Amy. That is definitely true. So, anyways, if you want to go check it out, there you go. Some giant dinosaurs. Scarlet Johansson, Jurassic Park. Look, you can't go wrong. I think the only thing that I would have changed would be I think there's like a side story or a plot point here with like they rescue a family. It's supposed to be a bunch of like mercenaries that go onto the island. They're trying to get I think they're trying to get eggs or maybe DNA or something like that from the dinosaurs. So they go to the island, but they run into this like family that is, I don't know, being chased by dinosaurs or something. I wish they would have left out the whole family stuff. We've had that for all of the movies previous, and it's like you keep knocking on that door expecting somebody else different answers. Just have mercenaries out there trying to survive against giant dinosaurs. I think that would make you already got a great concept. Just make a simple story out of it and don't make it too complicated. I think they're trying to hit all four quadrants there with the family story that they're doing with it. But other than that, it looks, yeah, they're like on this raft here, like being chased by a T-Rex. Very interesting. Or a D-Rex, if I remember correctly from some of the folks in the chat here. So, anyways, it looks interesting. Looks interesting here, people. So, there is that. All right, let me get back to it here. Thing with the thing. So, anyways, Deadline, Anthony D'Alessandro, and Nancy Tortillone. Let's see. I'll have to wait till it comes to streaming and see it with my kids. I'm assuming the Train Your Dragon. Okay. Ever since I was a kid, I've seen every Godzilla movie ever made. I think Godzillas are made for kids. Again, that's the other point. They're trying to bring in this family dynamic with it, and it's like, you don't need a family. The kids watching the dinosaur movie, they're not going to go... Like, they're not going to say, you know what, I don't want to watch that Jurassic Park movie with dinosaurs in there because it doesn't have kids like me. I need representation. No, they're going to watch... Like, how many kids did they have in, like, the first Indiana Jones movie? No, they just want to go see a good action adventure type film. So I don't think that they needed the family in there. Not so sure. I've got a bunch of tabs. I don't know if I'll be able to get to everything here tonight, people. So let's see how far we can get into this. All right, people. Expensive movies. Expensive movies. We talked about this show or two ago. You know, Superman, we think. We don't know. We have no idea what the budget of Superman is because James Gunn is a noted liar and untrustworthy. So we have no idea. We think it's in the $325 to $350, could be pushing up to $400 million. Might even be $500 million at this point. I have no idea. From Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 to James Gunn's Superman, here are the most expensive superhero films of all time. From Billy, how do you pronounce this? Odere, over at Bounding Into Comics, people. There were kids in the first Jurassic Park. Not a problem. That's fine. Though that was to underline the growth of the lead couple in the film. Well, they were in the book as well. Actually, they just reversed the ages. The boy was the older one and the girl was the younger one. They just reversed their ages. They were already in there. If I recall correctly, there were kids in the second book and obviously the movie as well. They had that in there. They had it in the third film because William H. Macy needed to go find his kid that got lost on the island or whatever. Then they had Jurassic World, right, with the kids in there. They had... I didn't watch the other previous two movies. Dominion? Was it Dominion? I forget. Anyways, so I one of them wasn't one of them. They were trying to like clone like humans and dinosaurs or something. Like there was something weird going on with it, or they were trying to bring back like Hammond's daughter or granddaughter or something like that. They were doing Jurassic Park DNA, or I don't know. I didn't see the movie, but yeah, they keep bringing kids into the thing, and it's just like, okay, we've seen that already. For crying out loud. Ay. Let's see. He lost his kid there. That's a terrible Home Alone. Terrible. Yeah. Let's see. They had a kid in Jurassic World. I think so, right? Wasn't it the two kids and they were in the, like that little like roller ball thing that the I forget. It wasn't a T-Rex, was it? It was like bigger than the T-Rex. Everything had to be bigger. Isn't that the one that they were chased around with the giant T-Rex and the little clear ball or whatever? If Beer remembers, it's been a while since I've seen it. Oh yeah, says people. Well, thank you. Yeah, I see. Beer hasn't watched that movie since probably it came out, and the old brain remembers, people. The old brain remembers. Let's see. Was there a Drunko Stelius in the movie? Boy, I don't know. I don't know, gamer. The brain works, but sometimes it doesn't work that great. And it's been a while since I've seen it. Yeah, the redhead's nephews. Yeah, I forgot it wasn't even her kids because my work's more important than raising a family. And then like at the end of the movie, didn't she like learn her lesson, and then in the next movie she like completely forgot it or something like that? I forget. It was weird. All right, let's go, people. Let's find out the top 10, whatever. The top movies, expensive comic book movies of all time. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, earned $955 million globally, but it cost $415 million to produce and $200 million to market. By my math, people, and I might be wrong here, but that's $615 million. So you spent $615 million to make 300 and change. Okay. All right, there we go. So Doctor Strange here. Batman versus Superman. Let's see. $250 to $300 million, plus another $150 spent on marketing, putting the film's cost way north $400 million, people. Film therefore needed to make at least $1 billion to return a solid profit. It made $422 million on its opening weekend. I doubt we're going to see that with Superman. I really doubt. Word of mouth works against it as critics pan the convoluted storyline, leading to one of the greatest Friday-to-Friday drops-off in box office history, people. It made $873 million, but it did not make... Well, it did. It says making a profitable venture in the end. I thought it had to make $1 billion. Okay, whatever. I don't know where their math is coming from here. I don't know where it's coming from. Was there a big armored fish being skinned alive or something like that? Oh God. Maybe? Gosh, I forget. Honestly, I forget. You would think the bear would remember something about a giant fish, but the brain goes back, but not to those details. I apologize. It was $1 billion in Canadian dollars. Yep. Spider-Man 3 from Sony. It cost an estimated $300. What a very frugal expenditure there. $350 million in production, plus another $100 to $150 million in global marketing. Like Bear's math, that adds up to like $500 million. Pushing the film's total cost over the dreaded $400 million mark. Yeah, closer to 500. Spider-Man 3 is the conclusion of Sam Raimi's trilogy starring Tobey Maguire as the titular web slinger. Blah. Come on, Bear. We all know what it's about. So the film grossed a combined $894 million, turning a profit for Sony. Good for them. Good for them. Bear would have remembered if he were eating a giant fish. I know. Oh, man, I would have been happy, too. Would have been very, very happy. Captain America, Civil War, most significant films in the MCU history. Features a large ensemble, yada, yada, yada. We all know what it's about. Huge budget. $250 million budget. Was $70 million more than Captain America Winter Soldier, but probably half of that was bringing back all the different stars in there. Which isn't too far behind in terms of global box office returns. Civil War still broke records, earning $1.15 billion to become the all-time highest-grossing Captain America film. Take that, Falcon fella. Take that. No problem, I keep forgetting a guy called Ramsey Cole was in Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, I didn't see that movie. Didn't even bother with it, honestly. I get them confused. There was two of them that came after Jurassic World. I get them. I just get them confused. I didn't see either or. But hey, looking forward to this new one. I think they got a good. Number one, they got a good writer in Cope. I believe they've got some good source material that they can go back to. It looks like that they're kind of plucking certain plot points and certain situations from the second book that Crichton wrote and kind of incorporating it into kind of a modern story. So it looks interesting. It could almost be a direct sequel to the original Jurassic Park, if you want to think about it that way. Dark Knight Rises earned over $1 billion at the box office to become one of the most profitable films of all time. However, it looks expensive from the very first scene. Production costs were estimated $250, making the film at least $70 million more expensive than its predecessor. Well, yeah, but IMAX and I could see where that $70 million went. The first movie, Batman Begins, it looked good, but I mean, it didn't look like, holy cow, they spent a whole lot of money on it. Our records are scant on how much Warner Brothers spent to market, but its standard $100 million would put the cost at $350 million, making it one of the most expensive DC films of all time. But Superman says, hold my beer. Hold my beer. The James Gunn Superman, not this one. Zack Snyder Superman, Man of Steel, fell short of everyone's expectations. Let's see. They spent a whopping $225 million on production, with a reported $150 million spent on marketing and distribution. Film's budget hit $400 million. So yeah, we're probably looking at the new Superman coming in right around that. 350, 450, somewhere right around there. So we'll see. We'll see what they make back. Justice League and or Zack Snyder's Justice League. $300 million into that pit of money. Oh my goodness. That they spent. The reshoots for the Zack Snyder cut cost an additional $70 million to release a director's cut. Whew. With a combined budget of over $370 million. Justice League was already one of the most expensive films ever created, grossing $657.9 million globally. The film hardly made its cost back. No, it did not. Hardly ever. I will say a fun read is to read online the plans for Zack Snyder's future films. I'd heard a little bit about that. Flashpoint was that the comic that it was based on, so they had a little bit more going on with that. I would have loved to have seen Ben Affleck's version of his Batman film. I would have loved to have seen that. Especially when he says he finally figured out the character in that Flash film. So I would have liked to have seen what he did. That's like one of the many reasons that I just dislike the Batman. I just like, nah, not at all. So, I would have liked to have seen that. So, it's a nice kind of what if. But, I don't know. I think it was buggered from the start. I think just the bleak tones of the first Superman film turned a lot of people off. Batman killing people in the second film, that didn't really work, and they were trying to shoehorn. See, they're doing the same thing with the new Superman film. They're trying to shoehorn in this entire universe into one film, and it lost its focus. It just completely lost focus, the Batman versus Superman film, because, hey, we got to bring Wonder Woman in. Hey, we got to bring this guy in. Hey, we got to do this. Hey, we got to set up that. And it's just like, just give us Batman fighting Superman. That's all we need. 2 hours. That's it. We don't need anything else, for crying out loud. The Batman peaked ended with the Arkham games. Yes. I will agree with that. I can agree with that. As many of the chatters might know, Bear is no fan of the Batman. The previous Batman film. The one that was supposed to be done by Ben Affleck. And it was just... just bad. Just bad. Bad. So, yeah, Gamer, I would agree with you. Definitely agree with you. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Let's see, 100... Oh, that was the first film. $170 million budget. Grossed $1.3 billion. So they says, let's do that. So they doubled the budget, $250 million. Another $150 million going to P&A. Bringing the cost slightly over $400 million. It grossed $859 million. Still became one of the most valuable films in 2022. Well, but that's still with the Wu Flu. I put an asterisk on that. Because we're just coming out of the Wu Flu. There were still films that were streaming and in theaters. It was an odd combination there. Oh, this gem. This gem right here. Oh, boy. Amy says, no fan of ketchup on hot dogs. Oh, and the Batman. That's right. And don't forget Civilization 7. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. Civilization 7 is the Marvels of the Civilization franchise. Let that sit in for a moment. Let that sit in. Let's see. Film cost $270 million. Whew. Another $110 million on marketing. Likely cost Disney over $370 million. What did it make? Less than $200 million. One of the biggest flops, not in MCU history, of all time at the box office. Of all time, people. That's old flat butt here. Good old Brie Larson. So, and what's her name? Iman Vellini? Has she went on to, like, star in any other... She was in that, what was it called? Miss Marvel TV show. Has she done, like, anything else? Let's see. I think Teyonah Parris has been in a couple things. But that poor girl, she's in one of the biggest box office bombs of all time, and then just like, boink, just flashed out of existence. Flashed out of existence. Let's see. I'd rather call myself a Concord fan, holy moly, than I say I like this movie. Which one, gamer? Which one? I'm sorry. Are we talking about The Batman? Okay. Or the Marvels. Either or, I would agree with either or both. All right, so finally, here we come to... Can I start calling it The Superman? Can we just start calling it that? Just to kind of throw everybody off. The Superman. Well, they call him The Man of Steel, so why not? Let's just call him The Superman. Why not? The Marvels. Okay, yeah, there you go. I would probably agree with that as well. Probably agree with it. And I've never even played the game, so I couldn't tell you. I have played Civilization 7, though. And, oh, man, terrible. A James Gunn Superman heralded another highly anticipated reboot of the DC Universe. And just like Man of Steel in 2013, Warner Brothers took another big gamble. Despite the Gunn and the Safran and DC studios claiming the film cost $225 million, not even close. Tax filings. Now they've got this one from Ohio. We have another one from England, where they had to put in a tax stuff. Both of them have it between like $325 to $375 here. So they're saying the Ohio one, $363 million. They're saying there's an estimated budget of $200 million for marketing. So let's see. That would make it $563 million. Plus, we've got to figure in... Now, there might have just been a few. There might have been a number. But there were reshoots that they had to do. Let's just do it as a very simple, like $30 million. Let's just say $30 million. So we're at 50. We're close to $600 million when it's all said and done. Now, a little part of that, there is some stuff where there is marketing by other companies that will pay Warner Brothers to license that Superman stuff for their own product. So, let's see, what was it? Keebler Elves cookies. There were like dog bowls. There were backpacks and stuff like that. So a little bit of that might be kind of rounded over. We can just say, let's just say it costs the same amount as the reshoots. Let's just say $30 million, maybe up to $50 million. So at the very probably low end, you're probably talking about $500 million, right around there, $500 million. So at the very least, it's got to make $1 billion plus to just about break even. And let's see, what did the other ones do? That one, what was this? Justice League, $657 million. Let's see, where was it here? Where did it show? Why does it not show that for Man of Steel? I thought we talked about that. Anyways, Dark Knight, that was close to a billion. And let's see, where was it here? Okay, Batman versus Superman, $873 million. Now, P-Money, let me ask you this question. Let's be honest here with forget about the quality of Batman versus Superman or probably the quality of Superman. What do you think would have been the most anticipated movie? Would you say that Batman versus Superman would be more anticipated, or would you say James Gunn's The Superman would be more anticipated? Now, part of this might be that Friday to Friday drop-off, okay? Might be there, but that film made $873 million. I would say this was more anticipated. I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to $422 million on the opening weekend for Superman. I don't think you're going to get anywhere close to that. I'm saying like 85 to 125, maybe 130. So we're right around there. I mean, it might be 150 at the very top end. But I don't see that, especially since one of your biggest competitions is Jurassic Park with Scarlet Johansson. I think you got some competition there. And then what, the next week or the week after, you've got Fantastic Four. You've got a number of films already in theaters. F1, you've got all your kids' movies out there that are doing pretty good. Even Mission Impossible is still hanging in there. They're going to have some competition. Let's see. If you see the reaction when it was first announced, Superman and Batman in the same film, it was so anticipated. See what I mean? So, okay. $422 million on its opening weekend. That one is probably way more anticipated than The Superman is. Now, what would happen if everybody starts to say, hey, this isn't a great film? Not necessarily the biggest drop-off in box office history, but they just say, it was okay. It was all right. It didn't, where was the truth, justice, and the American way? Why is he just saying truth and justice and whatever? Also, I don't know if it would handle really well overseas. It might not, but that's why I think the first week is going to do really well for Superman. After that, we're going to see about the biggest drop-off in box office history with word of mouth. Because I've got this next story here. They had to cut out people. They went to test audiences, right? This might be part of some of the reshoots. They went to test audiences to check out the new Superman film. This is just one example, people. This is just one example. I'm not going to go through the whole thing here, but they have one of the people in the film, they kick the super dog. They kick Crypto. Kick the dog. They literally kick the dog. That's where James Gunn's head's at. Oh, let me kick the dog. Are you for real? This is why Bear says James Gunn just doesn't understand like normal people. I don't think, number one, trying to put a whole bunch of characters into your Superman film, regardless of the quality of the film, I just think it dilutes down Superman, number one. People want to go see Superman in The Superman. That's number one. Number two, you're doing strange stuff like this. They said that they had to cut out a lot of the, quote, James Gunn humor because it just wasn't working, and they had to do a bunch of stuff around that. So he's a cute doggy. I know, Amy. I know, and they kicked it. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Okay, Superman, Sarah Sampo revealed in an interview with some other person. I have no idea who this Sarah Sempenio. Is that the Hawk girl? Is that who that is? Portuguese model and actress best known for being a Victoria's Secret's angel. Best female model. Okay, I don't know if that... Why? You've got this top model, this Victoria's Secret model, and you're covering her face with a mask? Why? You didn't cover Gal Gadot's face. Gee, I wonder why James Gunn just doesn't like beautiful women. Gosh, that's a conundrum there. Anyways, she revealed in an interview that there was a moment that went too far and got cut. At some point in the film, Superman antagonist Ultraman would have punched. Not kicked. I thought it was kicked. He punched the dog. And the moment really upset test audiences, so it got cut in the film. They actually cut a worse scene. Me and Nicholas Hoult were a bit pissed about, but it's okay. They said, why would you be pissed about them punching a dog? They cut Ultraman punching Crypto. Apparently it did really bad in test screenings. Why would you punch the dog? God, Lord. Amy says, what? They kicked the doggy? No, I apologize, Amy. They did not kick the doggy. They just punched him. I'm so sorry about that. I was misinformed. Oh, I gotta hop into reading or I'd give the movie a piece of my mind. Oh, Amy. Well, stick around with this. I didn't mean to turn you off on that. I'm just saying, this is some of the stuff that was literally in the movie that got cut out. So if that's in the film, can you imagine what got left in? Ay, people. So, number one, it might be just disjointed with, just way too many characters, way too many plot points. They're doing it kind of media res. You'd say, okay, we don't need another Superman origin story, but if you're jumping just straight into Superman, but yet there's already a bunch of other superheroes out there, it kind of dilutes Superman. And then you got this stuff and James Gunn's weird humor. Are you trying to tell me that maybe there might not be a drop-off the second weekend? That's what I'm saying. Look at the first weekend. It might do all right. It's that second weekend. That's what we're going to look out for, especially with it being one of the top most expensive films of all time. Well, stick with us, Amy. Stick with us here. Maybe one extra superhero in a small role to tease future DC Universe films. Or, and get this, Peabody, maybe, just maybe, hear me out here. Hear me out. You go through the entire film, and the credits start to roll, just when everybody's starting to leave the theater, maybe have a little tidbit, kind of a, what would you call that, like a mid-credit scene? Oh, you'd have a little small scene kind of teasing the next film. Maybe you could do something like that. Nah, nobody would ever do that. Oh, yeah, there you go, Peabody. He says, remember Nick Fury in the Iron Man film was only an end credit scene to tease where the MCU was going. And they didn't even know where they were going. They didn't even have any of that stuff planned out. If you look at some of the stuff with Iron Man 2, they were still trying to figure out this whole MCU stuff. So they were playing by, the seat of their pants. You're trying to tell me James Gunn's got this entire universe figured out in the first film? I don't know. Wait, Ultraman? Wow, is that the Earth 3 character from the comics? You've got more knowledge than I do. If Ultraman was evil Superman from another universe, and imagine if he was played by Henry Cavill, I admit that would go crazy. Come on, man. Peabody, listen. Once again, I keep trying to say this. James Gunn does not understand the normal people out there that want to go see a film. What was the first thing that he did was that Creature Commandos thing, right? Listen, it could have been great. It could have been terrible. I don't care. Whatever. You're taking a bunch of very obscure characters as your first outing. people want that Trinity. They want their Batman, they want their Superman, they want their Wonder Woman. They just basically, and I think this was just a throw it out there for, kind of like the Disney announcing a new Star Wars film. It's never going to be there, but let's throw it out there just in case. They just announced that they are bringing in Wonder Woman, and they just supposedly announced that they're going to do a screenplay to The Batman 2. I'm like, BS, there's no screenplay to The Batman 2. Get out of here, people. It's not true. Man, already I can make a better Superman. Yeah, I know, P-Money. I know. No, I don't think Ultraman is being played by Henry Cavill, unfortunately. Unfortunately, people. Well, gosh dang it, people. I've got so many extra tabs here that I was meaning to get to. So we might need to get to it on Saturday, P-Money, if you will allow Bear. I had a great AI update here. Great update. AI became a terrible business owner, and then it got weird. So I've got an AI story coming up maybe for Saturday. I found this really interesting. It was a cassette player with Bluetooth and USB-C. So if you're still rocking a cassette in 2025 and you need a little bit of an update to your Walkman, you want to be able to listen to it with a Bluetooth. So they got one coming out here. I've got the world's best pizzas, but that might have to wait until the next time, people. Does the AI business owner hire and fire people? It called security on the employees of the company because it thought that it was human. And it started calling security to get the employees that trained it arrested. And that wasn't even the weird part. That wasn't even the strangest part. He was just supposed to be a vending machine that was selling Cokes, and then started putting in tungsten cubes, and it got weird, man. It got weird, but not as weird as our next and possibly final story here, people. Europe, they're known. They don't have too many SUVs over there in Europe because they got those tiny streets you can't drive down with a really wide car. So there is a ingenious Italiano out there who says, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make a really skinny car instead, people. That's right, people. That is not an optical illusion. That is a 19-inch wide Fiat, going for the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's narrowest car, people. Narrowest car. Let's check it out here. Let's check out that skinny car. From The Drive and Adam Ismail. Call him Ishmael. The impossibly slender Fiat Panda you see here was created by an Italiano man named Andrea Merzai, and he is a genius. There's really no other word for it. Someone able to dream up a contraption like this and actually render it as a working vehicle with a fit and finish so high quality, you'd almost wonder if Fiat built it itself. It took a year for Merzai to spice up his 1993 Panda and put it back together again, missing about 2/3 of its width. A human can fit inside of it, though keeping both elbows in seems like a challenge. Well, maybe a skinny person. And there's even quote-unquote seating for a passenger behind the driver, so long as they're comfortable sitting mostly on the wheel wells. Might not look that comfortable, though. Easy to find a parking spot. Yeah, not bad. While it may look like a motorcycle, Merzai's masterpiece retains all 4 of the donor Panda's wheels, which seemed like another unbelievable feat until you remember how small and thin those first-gen Panda tires are. The paper-thin Panda only tops out at about 9 miles an hour. You'll have to figure out how many kilometers that is. That's fine because anything faster would be terrifying and also pose a massive rollover risk. Well, just get maybe like the training wheels like on the bikes, for the kids. Maybe put like little training wheels on there. I mean, this makes a Reliant Robin seem absolutely stable. Well, it wouldn't roll over, it just kind of flop over. The steering wheel looks like it's been pulled off of a cozy coupe, and the whole thing is powered by a 24-volt DC electric motor. Because why bother cramming in a gas engine when you could just put in an electric motor? The Panda is only 19.6 inches wide, about 38 inches less than an ordinary one. And for that reason, only a single headlight is necessary, though it still has turn indicators on either side. If you think the windshield is comical, you'd take a look at the back end there as the teardrop rear window looks out at you, although that's probably not very good visibility if you're trying to look behind you. There you go. So, there you go, people. If you ever wanted a skinny car to drive around in the streets of Italy, you got one right there, people. If you can fit inside. And if you don't mind going only 9 miles an hour. The average guy on a bike goes 12 miles an hour. Well, yeah, but are they in a skinny car? Do they have 4 wheels? I think not. I think not, people. So there's your automotive news for the day, people. There you go. There you are. I think we've lost Amy. I think the dog-kicking Superman movie has driven Amy and possibly Melissa away. So I do... Well, I mean, I sort of apologize for it, but I want to let people know what's going on with this crazy movie. Oh, Bear, you hate the movie. Blah, blah, blah. Well, there might be a good reason why. There might be a good reason why for all that, people. So, once again, want to thank everybody that came out here this evening as we do our shows every Wednesdays and Saturdays here at 8 o'clock. Going to be putting up a poll here. Figure out, number 1, if we want to still do the chat council, and number 2, if we want to continue to do it with Civilization 7, because I've literally got it to the end point, and I can't even, people. They really need a complete work through with that game. Whew. I don't know. That might even be worse than Concord out here. Oy, 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 oy. So anyways, there is that. We ended on a terrible car, but at least I can grill hot dogs at a picnic this month. That's right, Peabody. Bring your ice cream and your baked beans. Do they call baked beans something else in Canada? Yeah, they probably do, for crying out loud. Ice cream, baked beans, what was it? Peaches, horseradish, hot dogs. All the good stuff, man. All that good stuff. Just don't put any ketchup on your hot dog. Crying out loud. That sobbing you hear might be a bear in the woods crying. It could be. Why did he put ketchup on the hot dog? Why? Yes, indeed. And apparently turned my hot dogs into a salad. Yeah, that was a definite interesting picture that they had. There's more toppings and condiments than there were hot dogs. At that point, it's less a hot dog and more... Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more a salad at that point. It's a salad with 2 meat in it. That's about it. That is about it. So, anyways, want to say thank you to our top number 1 fan of the night. That'd be our good friend Henry. I hope he's eating well tonight. Number 2 was Melissa. And rounding out the top 3 was Amy, who apparently I've chased off with my talk about the dogs in Superman movie. I'm sorry, Amy. Come on back here. And also P-Money and all the little P-Moneys out there and Mrs. P-Money. And of course, a Gamer Gato. How do you pronounce that? Gamer Garato. Garato out there. Come on back. Enjoyed having you here. Where is Elon to use Starlink to make me number one? Well, we'll just wait until next time, P-Money. Just make sure you get here early. You know, get here an hour early and you're probably guaranteed to get that number one spot. Number one spot. And then we'll do the fashion show for you. Then we'll do that the next time. Oh, I had fun with that. Had fun. All right, anyways, people, that is that for this great episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Bear would appreciate it. Oh, so very much, people. Yes, indeed. But you know what? All this talk about hot dogs without all the crazy condiments on there has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people. Grrr. Night, everyone.